Alright, welcome back everybody. ASAP Grim here, and this is a continuation of our journey number 1. Start from scratch. Fresh start campaign here in Elden Ring. Following Fighting Cowboys walkthrough guide for this one, start to finish all the way through. To get to New Game Plus, we are playing as the Wretch. And in the last episode, we just took the treasure chest portal trap from Limgrave out here to Caelid, and we made the treacherous short run down to this grace site. Now, I want you to know that I started recording this already and locked up. I had a hard lockup. I had to reset my computer, so I lost that recording. I did not make it very far into it, but this first item that we need to get, I've already gotten it. So I'm going to show you where it's at. First, let me show you what it is. It's an incantation, and it's this one right here. Poison armament, enchants right hand armament with poison. Those who dwell within poison know rot all too well, the death that begets life that comes to all equally. That is to say, it is the cycle of rebirth put into practice. Okay? And you can get that from a style of Ash of War that is invisible but leaves a golden trail as it paths around. So we want to be careful because there are some guys on patrol around here. I don't see them right now. But right around here is where that thing will be pathing at. And you've got to anticipate his path and hit him at the right time in order to make contact. Once you've gotten that, let's see, I am noticing this piece of loot, a rune arc. Now he doesn't get us that, but I'm noticing it, so I grabbed it. And I see this grace site, so I'm going to grab this grace site just simply because it's right there and available to me. Stop by the shack beyond the southern gate. All right. But what he does is from this area right here where he actually doesn't get it, he gives up on it. But where the poison armament is available, he then turns south. He goes kind of southwest. And over on the other side of these clumps, there's a grace site right here. Okay, now from here, he sets a marker for right about here, and then a marker over here by this map fragment area. And there are several items we can pick up in this little area of ruins. I think the first one is up in this building. Yes, right here in the corner. We've got our first clothing set. The second one is right here, where you can grab the meteorite staff. This third one, we might die. It can be tricky. We're going to have to dive into a cellar, and I believe you want to be as quick as possible because these guys here, they're going to vector in on you. So we're going to run down here. They will come down this tunnel and get you. They'll block your way out, and they'll kill you. All right, so there's poison. There's a guy right there. We're going to run right through all of this. There we go. See, if they had grouped up too much, oh boy, then they would have effectively roadblocked me. Let's see, go ahead and get health. And now we want to go to point number 2. and you kind of want to stay off to the side because there's a chance you could get invaded if you run along the middle area. So go this way. There is an Ash of War. I think I see it right here. This is also poison, but it is a weapon art. Well, how did that happen? Oh, there he is. Oh boy, that's gonna be... Okay, he teleports. Okay. And there it is, Ash of War Poison Mist. So I'm glad I was able to pick that up. Now we're going to head up here and grab a grace site. There's actually 2 grace sites that can be had up here. Let's see, I've got 1,600 runes on me. There's a merchant here that he does not... I don't think he goes to him. But we're going to check him out. Alright, where's that grace site at? That was the map fragment. I really don't want to run around a whole lot out here. Let's go see the merchant, and then I think I need to reference his video to find out where that first grace site is at. I could run myself into trouble out here really, really easily. Just can't refuse the temptation to look around a little bit more. There is a golden seed. Okay, I think he ends up picking this up later. I saw it now, so I picked it up now. Really, I probably just should have stuck to the guide. Keep from confusing myself later on.
Buying or selling?
All right, he does have a cookbook. I need 4,000 runes, so I'm going to want a rune farm then. Because, as I've said before, I don't want to forget. Although I do think New Game Plus checklists will probably take me around to these various merchants. I think there's a... This is the second site. I thought there was another one, though. But let's rest right here because it's safe. If I can actually get seated at the campfire, then we'll be safe. Let me go re-reference his video, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I did a little bit more of a rune farm than I would normally. I'm up to 15,000. We are going to spend 4,000 at the merchant. And then I was actually wrong. That was the only grace site that he found up here. It's just that similar to a mistake I made before, he happened to mention he was going to a second grace site. And that's because the thing that we had done just before was we had found a grace site. I'm probably not making sense to too many people out there. Anyway, we were only supposed to find one grace site.
Trade again.
So you'll also notice that I am wearing new armor. I think it has a little bit especially from the back side, not so much from the front because of that padding in the front, but from the back he has a little bit of a Van Helsing look to him. I like the rope around the gloves and the boots also. It looks like a post-apocalyptic, kind of like this world has been torn asunder and we're just trying to find whatever we can kind of stuff. And our dude's an assassin. You know, he's part of the dregs of society. He's just throwing together whatever he can find. You know, anyway, I really like the look. But what we're going to do next is fast travel up to Summon Village outskirts. And we're going to head back into Caelid from that vector. We're going to find a grace site at a church. And then we're going to go get a strength-based weapon. But I guess between the grace site at the church and the strength-based weapon, he finds he gets another grace site. And we're going to use runes to level up at that point. That's what he does. That's why I got the extra runes, because we are a wretch. So beginning at level 1, it would just kind of be a little bit more helpful than it is for most of the other classes for us to level up several levels. This is the church he references. You don't want to go from the front. You want to approach from the side. Then we'll grab this stuff here. Couple cookbooks, good for us. Exit out the other side. We're gonna come up here and hop over this wall. He avoids this loot. I'm gonna try and grab it. Just because it's there. Get up over the edge there. Hop off. Grab this grace site. Doesn't look like we have to de-aggro. So we'll come up and grab this loot. Oh, he's looking right at us. Okay. He does not grab this over here, but there is a piece of loot over here that we can grab. Oh, that's why. There's a dude in there. That's why he doesn't go over there. All right, we're gonna rest and de-aggro everything. Let's pass time while I'm thinking about it until morning. And we will go ahead and level up. Putting 5 points into vigor would be helpful. And then I'm going to go 5 into endurance. Okay, that's good. And then I'm going to go into arcane. Which is not going to help our attack power much. Dexterity would help more at this point, but that's because we haven't turned our daggers into a cult. I was toying around with this on a calculator I found online last night, and a cult 9 times out of 10 is what I'm going to want to imbue my weapon with. So arcane is what I'm looking for. I will eventually find out what my minimum amounts I need for dexterity are for the various daggers I'm going to be holding. But I did some more checking, and it turns out that demigod chief that I was talking about in the last video that had a dagger drop that I can farm. It is bloodstained dagger. It has bleed on it already. And so I want to be able to wield that, and I want to be able to wield Reduvia. So I need to look at those two and find out what the dexterity requirements are. And then I'll need to get those minimums met so I can wield them. All right, we are going to go. Now, I haven't watched his video. This is part of what I did yesterday. So I'm going off of memory here. But I believe we just shoot around these dudes. Actually, probably should have gone to the right. You want to come up here. We're very likely going to perish here because we are trying to get a weapon that dogs are guarding, and birds. Birds are even worse. Oh, I got it. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, well, I died. And it is only 679 runes. But I happen to know that there's a grace site nearby here. He doesn't go for it because he doesn't really need to. He dies also, but he goes in, he recovers his runes. And then he gets the heck out of Dodge. But if, so he goes back the opposite way that I'm moving now. Shoot, I can't get that. Oh my gosh. That's retarded. There we go. If we dip out this direction. We can grab this site and de-aggro. Okay, let's find out where he's at now. What level am I now? We were able to move all the way up to level 14 from level 10. That's excellent. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So here's the story now. He's going to go to Round Table Hold down here. He's going to talk to some people, get everything kind of, all the dialogue cleared through over here. And then he's going to go out to Fort Height and clear Fort Height, which is good for us because there's a nice ash of war there that'll apply to what we're trying to do. But while he's here, he goes ahead and he chooses which weapon he's going to be running with, tells us to do the same out of all the starter weapons that he ran around and got, and he levels it up. Well, we're facing two issues there. Number one is I'm out of runes, so I need to go do some rune farming. Number two is I don't actually have a weapon on me that I'm wanting to level up yet. I want that Reduvia, and I want the dagger, the bloodstained dagger I just told you about. So I'm going to go farm for that dagger if I can. I just spent my runes on leveling up. I think I can get the guy. I don't know. We'll find out. But I'm going to pause you for that. So I will see you in a little bit. I'm going to get this dagger, hopefully. I'm going to get some runes stored up so that we can level it up, and then we're going to go to, I'll bring you back and we'll go to the round table. All right, so I'll be back in a little bit. All right, guys, I got it. It took 18 kills, and most of that was with the club. I belatedly remembered that as long as I two-hand this, then I do meet the requirements because it only requires half the strength of what its prerequisite is if you two-hand. But we can swap that out. We now have bloodstained dagger. It says I need 12 dexterity, and I have 11. I thought I had more than that. Okay, well, let's take a look at it. It causes blood loss buildup of 38. And, whoops. Dagger with a bloodstained blade afflicts targets with blood loss. As blood darkened the dagger through repeated slashing and stabbing, its blade only grew sharper and harder. It has quick step on it. Skill prized by the crafty and fleet of foot. Perform a quick step maneuver that allows for circling around lock on target. Excuse me. And that's what's going to allow us to get critical strikes, actually. You can two-hand the dagger as well. I don't really want to. Let's move up to Ailing Village outskirts and see if I can level up. I need one more point because I did level up once and I put a point into dexterity. I need one more point. I'm not quite there. Okay, so I will put you on pause, go do a rune farm, and then we'll be ready to hit the round table hold. I'll be right back. All right, guys, and we are ready to travel to the round table hold. I leveled up once. I got my 12th point into dexterity that I needed to wield this dagger. 9 strength, 12 dexterity is what's required. It currently has C and E scaling for strength and dexterity. That's a little bit odd for a dagger. It scales better with strength. But like I told you, I was using a calculator to play around with this thing, and once we imbue it with occult, I believe it will scale up as we level it up. It'll eventually get to A level arcane scaling. So what we're going to do first then is fast travel to Church of Ella, because I want to see if I can view it with occult scaling yet. I might not be able to. It might be too early in the game. And you can also see I've got close to 12,000 runes. And I went ahead and mixed a physic. I haven't had to use it yet. But first element here restores half of total hit points in mixed physic. And temporarily boosts stamina in mixed physic. That one's actually more useful. Okay, I don't see a way to imbue my weapon just yet. So, oh, and I think it's because I haven't gotten the whetstone. Yeah, I believe that's why. Okay, well, Cowboy did show me a shortcut for this. Press the Y button and then the X button. If you have a Microsoft controller like I do, I have a Logitech controller. It's patterned after the Microsoft template. And I think it's triangle square if you're using a PlayStation controller.
Oh, I see you've just arrived. Welcome to the I teach in kind explore.
Burn through the dialogue. One of the reasons I grabbed all those runes is because
most time you are well.
I want to buy stuff from this guy. 1,000, 2,000, 3, 4, 5,000, 6, 7, 8,000. That's going to get me really close. Okay, I'm going to have to rune farm some more, guys, but I want to buy this stuff right now, up front. Just so I have it. Okay, so let me pause you again.
May the golden order shine through.
Be right back. Alright guys, welcome back. I did a quick 6 runs. Got me up to almost 12,000 runes. So we can buy. Now this guy will be here for a while. But I just would like to get these now. Now it's easy. You know, go farm the runes and then get them in the inventory.
I'm glad you. Those who all the more. Those who all the more.
Okay. Just exhaust everybody's dialogue.
They're accusing. Can you believe? Can scarcely. You might be Sabeneonia. It's on Mount. That's where they hide. Just you. You'll rue the tale of. It's on Mount. That's where they. Just you. The tale of.
Okay. I don't believe we have anything up here right now. Nope. Okay. Actually. Let's talk with Senior Ofnir.
I can't very well. It is said. Allow me, you, a house king. Remember you. There's nothing.
Okay. And, if we venture down this way, we can talk with this guy. And there we go. Got the emote. Already talked with her. There's nothing else to get from the twins here right now at this moment. That door's closed. I don't believe there's anything down here. It's all locked away for the time being. No need to spin the stone sword key down there just yet.
You're a new fate, no matter loud you're...
Okay, so, about Roderica.
She's crest, but she has a... I saw another eye.
About the chains on your
You've
legs.
noticed nothing special. Trap mezzlery. No, I've no grudge against you. My being a besides, despite my diff sides here.
Okay. Now we will go speak with Roderica.
Greetings, my name isn't this the round table? I never knew, although I'm still looking.
Tell her what Blacksmith
You're telling
said.
me? I don't believe. If I do, I suppose I'll ask Ma certainly. I know I can tell. If I do, I suppose I'll ask Ma.
Okay. Not sure exactly how many times you gotta do this. I think it's just 2. Fighting Cowboy seems to think it's 2.
Back already, no matter.
But he makes 3
Look up.
trips.
Are you out of your... Who'd stay? Absurd. I refuse. I don't dare.
Oops. And so we will do the same thing, just to cover all bases and make sure we get everything done. So this is the second back and forth.
I suppose I'll ask Ma.
Back already, no matter.
Okay, so I guess that's it. Alright, so what we're going to do now is see if I can apply an Ash of War to Bloodstained Dagger. Heavy Bloodstained Dagger, Quality Bloodstained, Sacred, or Poison. I don't want any of those, so I'm going to leave it alone. But we are going to strengthen the armament. So here we go. You can see it's going to scale strength up. So that's not necessarily good for us, but that will flip once we can get it into either blood or occult. And from the testing I've done, it looks like occult is the better overall choice. Now, whenever I say testing, I don't mean endgame testing. Also note, these are taking regular smithing stones, not somber smithing stones. That's going to work out well for us because the Reduvia is going to use somber smithing stones. So we're not having to dip into one resource for 2 items. Each item has its own separate resource, and that's going to help us level them up faster. Okay, continue upscaling. We're up to 95 physical damage now. And that's as far as I can get it. I have a Bloodstained Dagger +5, doing a total of 110 weapon damage. C on the strength scaling, E on the dexterity scaling, and it causes blood loss buildup of 38. That's where we are at the moment. Now, I'm going to pause you once more. Oh, no, wait. We need to talk to Fia. Now, Fia, I'm going to let her run through her dialogue because this playthrough is revolving around her quest line. So let's just actually listen to her.
Greetings, great champion called by grace. I am Fia. Circumstances have compelled my stay at the Round Table Hold. Great champion, would you allow me to hold you? But briefly, perhaps you might share with me some of your lively vigor and your stout-heartedness. Doing so will grant me the warmth of a champion, and you, I am sure, will bear a Baldakin's blessing. Do you think it vulgar, perhaps? Where I come from, it is a sacred act.
Okay. That never fails to make me think a little bit. Not exactly, but a little bit. Not even a lot. A little bit along the lines of a succubus. It kind of wigs me out a little. We're sharing our life force with her, right? And she's going to give us a Baldekin's blessing in return. What will happen here is that we'll receive a little bit of a, what do you call it? Well, I can't seem to think of the word that I'm looking for, but it's a negative status effect to our health. But we'll also get a Baldekin's blessing, and whenever you utilize that item, it increases your poise for a little bit, and it removes the negative status effect.
Ah, my thanks, great champion.
See, that little tattoo I put on my guy's eye winds up looking like
You are very warm.
a bloodstained tattoo, and I think that's appropriate for his class.
Inside you was a Baldekin's blessing. Though it is but a fleeting thing, I am afraid. Come back to me, should you require another. I will take you in my arms as often as you need.
All right, and I believe that's...
I am pleased to see you again. Would you like me to hold you once more? The blessing is still aflame in your breast, dear. Would you like to be held regardless?
Let's try that and see if it opens up another dialogue option.
Now,
sometimes it does.
Come closer.
But there are certain points that it does, and we may not have reached that point yet.
You are so very warm.
Okay, there we go. Talk in secret.
I was known as a deathbed companion. Where I come from, after I received the warmth and lively vigor from a number of champions, I lay with the remains of an exalted noble. To grant him another chance at life, to do so is the purpose of my being. But before I could bear the noble into new life, I was awakened by the guidance of grace and chased from my birthplace. Pray, be kind. Despite all that, I still wish to be a deathbed companion. So please, let me hold you like this, as often as it takes. Then good day to you, my dear.
Okay, so this is a little bit like donating blood. I was right. She is something like a succubus. But where a succubus is evil and seeks, from a malicious intent, seeks to devour all of a person's life force, she just saps a little bit on each time that you embrace. And she does this with a bunch of people, and she stores it up. And then whomever she chooses to be worthy, she will, after she has collected all of those different bits and pieces of life energies from different people, and they have to be champions, I guess. They need to be like noble-hearted or something. Then she will pass that on, the whole kit and caboodle. She'll pass it on to someone she feels the world could stand to use their presence a little bit longer, and she'll help to extend that person's life. And for her, she was in the act of doing that when, similar to our guy, Grace touched her, and she was pulled from that position into the lands between. And she's kind of, sounds like a little bit none too happy about that. She's not necessarily angry about it, but she has a job and a role in this world, and she was in the act of performing that job and role, and she got pulled out of it. It's kind of like, I guess, a little bit like a nurse getting pulled out of a battlefield medic tent, you know, when she's in the middle of saving lives. I guess that's a little bit how we can think of it. All right, I've gotten everything I can out of here. So let's fast travel to where he goes next. You can see we have quite a few runes on us. Let's see, he goes to here. And so I'm going to spend those runes now because we might die in this place. There's actually a pretty good chance of it. So I'm going to level us up again. And let's see, let's go to 20. Okay, 19 vigor. No need really to pump arcane yet because we're not making too much use of this since we don't have the right attunement on our dagger. But I'll hit confirm. That leaves me with 680 runes. Let's pass time to morning. And I will pause you, check out his video, make sure that he's going to do what I think he's going to do and clear out this entire place. And then I'll be right back. All right, welcome back, guys. He does do exactly what I thought. The reward from this is actually another dagger. It's the Erdsteel dagger. And if I remember right, that's a pretty good dagger in and of itself. But the Bloodstained dagger, I think I recall finding that to be the better early game dagger to match with the Reduvia. And the Reduvia can last us the entire game, actually. I recall telling you guys I was surprised to see that we did not receive the bell to be able to pull up these summons. So I need to first travel back over to the Church of Ella and see if we can talk to Ronnie again, because I might have to actually look up online what to do about this, because maybe it's a glitch or something. Okay, see, Ronnie's not there. Now, I have noticed that sometimes that does occur. And what you have to do is you have to kind of play around with it and travel back and forth, and sometimes you have to cycle it a couple times. There's probably a specific methodology, and I'm just not sure of what it is, so I try a little bit of everything until it clicks for me. Okay, no Ronnie. What if I travel away and I cycle it to nighttime again at a site that's not the Church of Ella? Oh, it says I can pull it up. Okay, so I just kind of messed up in my thinking. And I thought I needed to put the bell there. For some reason, I don't have any explanation for that. So I've played the game plenty. I needed to put my summon there. All right, well, sorry about the confusion there. Let's go ahead and head back over then to Fort Height. Okay, so if you look at the top left, I'm getting a stamina buff and a health debuff. That's what those arrows mean, up and down. And so what I want to do is I want to use this. Use his faith points to temporarily boost poise. Favor bestowed by a deathbed companion. Protection of a hidden temple in the guise of a bedchamber. Uses faith points to temporarily boost poise. The favor allows one to forget any aches and pains. In death, there is only peace, for in death there can be no sensation. So she's all about death. And now you can see why I decided to play an assassin style build. I think it all adds up together. But I need to use it. Okay. We still have the minor health debuff, so I think that will end though when this runs out. This Baldekin's blessing. Anyway, we're going to press forward. And see if we can clear this place out. It's not a guarantee that I can. We want to pull these guys away because we don't want to mess with Pumpkinhead there. Okay, looks like most of them forgot about me. Let's go ahead and deal with the dude with the spear and shield by himself. Okay. Another kill. That was a hard-hitting dude, too. Oh, does he not see me? Here, come on. Okay. One more guy. Work our way through here. Uh-oh. Dang it. Ouch. A lot of fire. Okay, I was nervous. I thought I ran into somebody here. Okay, so the aggressor is up top. Oh boy, I got hit again. Yes, I did. There's two of them. There's that guy. Let's draw him down a little bit. Might as well take this dude out while we're here. Oh, he went back. Okay. Summon. This dude does a bloody slash. Oh boy. No! I rolled a little bit too soon. I really needed my wolves to attack and draw the aggro. So they did not. They didn't do that for me. That's why I was trying to draw him down, because I knew that they would if he was out there on the ramparts. Sound like I drew the aggro of several that time, including a crossbolt, ranged guy. I've never seen him plant his flag like that before. That was kind of cool. Okay, we got both of them. This is a more difficult fight. Oh, actually, they don't see me. Oh, they do now. Okay, let's try and go up right away this time. See if we can drop some of these bottle throwers. Ow. Auto targeting for the loss that time. Oh! Okay, where's this dude at? Oh man, that's a lot of guys. Oh my god. Run. Run. That's gonna hurt. Let me see if I can get my runes back. Oh no, where are they at? Here they are. Okay, there's also some loot back here. Okay, don't. Oh! God, man, roll out. I couldn't sprint. Oh, shnikes. No. A rat does a phenomenal job of dodging. Okay, we got him. Well, that was pretty tricky-dicky. That's the most adventurous takedown I've ever had of that guy, man. That fight went all over the place. Up, down, and all around. Okay, I looted that up there already. I don't think that there's anything back here. Okay. The first half of the Dectus medallion is going to be up here. And I think there's a cookbook page over here. No, my bad, smithing stone. The cookbook page came out of the room down here at the bottom, that one right there. We looted a cookbook page there. Okay, there shouldn't be anywhere else to check. So what I can do now is I can try looking at, well, for one, I looted this guy, but I'm not going to wear it because it's not really in keeping with the motif that I'm pursuing. I think this looks better for what I'm trying to do with my character. This, though, maybe chain draped tabard. Now this is going to be, this is light armor. This might be considered medium because you're starting to get into metal. Well, honestly, I like the other chest piece more, so I'm gonna stick with that. Maybe because of the cloak, I don't know. Okay, from here, well, actually, we're just gonna fast travel over here to the Third Church of America, and then we're gonna go talk with Kenneth Haight and complete this quest. He's gonna give us the Erdsteel dagger. And we'll finally be able to dual wield, I think, provided we meet the prerequisites. We are not scaling the way that I want to, but that's a problem that'll fix itself as we progress.
I've been waiting. Did you manage to? Oh, excellent. Well done, I knew I was right down. Go ahead.
Okay, Earth Steel Dagger.
Right then, I've much. What's that look? Well, and even the which is why just you. Ah, yes. Would you like? I see bright. Enter, and who knows? What say you?
Oh. Shoot.
Excuse me? Such foolishness have I... Well, not that I... Such a miraculous manifest... Should you change your...
Okay, should you change your mind? There we go. Okay. Fighting Cowboy didn't go that far with his dialogue, so I don't want to either. And that's the only reason I switched away from that. Okay, so here's the Earthsteel Dagger. D in Strength Scaling, D in Dexterity, and D in Faith. It requires 14 Faith. Let's take another look at Faith. Let's see here. Bring mouse in. Okay, how about select menu explanation. And then mouse over Faith. Okay, that's not working for me for some reason. Let's try that again. Help. Menu explanation. There we go. Okay. So scroll down here to, well, okay, it detects my mouse. Let's do this the easy way. Faith. Attribute required to perform Sacred Incantation. Also boosts magic power of Faith scaling incantations. Compare that to Arcane. Attribute governing Discovery, and I was actually thinking about that while I was grinding for the Bloodstained Dagger, that an Arcane build for your first playthrough might not be a bad idea. Because as you pump Arcane, you're pumping up the chance that you're going to get those random drops from mobs and fill your inventory up closer to 100% of what the game has to offer. Also affects Holy Defense and Vitality and certain sorceries and incantations. Okay. Well, I don't know then if I would want to put points into Faith. This would require 14, and I think I'm at 10. So 4 points, maybe that's not terrible. Okay, we have about 3 minutes left in the episode. Let me pause you, go rune farm, and I'm going to try and get that 14. Actually, we don't even have to rune farm yet. I can always respec away from it, I suppose, if it ends up that I don't really need those points. But for right now, 4 points into Faith will allow me to dual wield, and that's a big jump for the early levels. Oh, I don't have enough. Okay, so I do have to do a rune farm. All right, guys, I'm going to pause you, and I'll be right back. Well, guys, I messed up, and I realized it right after putting my last point into Faith. So I went and I ground out the runes. It's not hard. The rune farm makes it super easy. And as I put that 4th point into Faith, I realized, what the heck am I doing? I already have the dagger, and the dagger's good. And sure enough, whenever I compared the two, it's better. The Earthsteel Dagger is doing 67 physical damage plus 8 with D scale, Dexterity, and Faith scaling. And the regular dagger is doing 74 plus 10 with 130 in critical versus 110 for the Earthsteel. with C dexterity scaling. Oh, so that moved over. But remember before it was saying strength? I wonder why it flipped. Oh, the bloodstained is strength. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so go figure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that, but I put the points into faith. That's not necessarily a terrible thing because it'll help us maybe down the road with some of the incantation support, or maybe there's another weapon or something like that. I don't know, you know, but they're not totally wasted points. We currently have 19 in vigor, so we're at 624 health points, 78 faith points. Maybe I can get some buffs, you know, like I did with the tree sentinel. 105 stamina, 19.9 equipment load is what I'm sitting at right now. We can go way over that. Medium load easily, 20 poise, 113 in item discovery, and we hold 3 memory slots that actually I have space for, now that I think about it. Memorize spell. For you, these are sorceries. I don't need any of that. What's rejection do? Produce a shockwave that pushes away foes. Okay. We could enchant with poison. I don't know how interested I am in that, but we'll throw it up there. Okay, that's one. I don't have enough to cast Flame of Frenzy. Fire damage negation. That might be useful. Magic damage negation. Cure poison. Heals. Yeah, we're gonna want this, and maybe go with magic. Actually, flame. All right, now I can't even cast any of these because I don't have a seal. Maybe this guy does though.
Wait, weren't you? Well, you're back.
No, I don't see it. One of these guys we ran into has a seal for sale, but I'm not too worried about it. We're going to eventually be getting the Dragon Communion seal. But I do have some spells up there for when we come across a seal. All right, guys, let's go ahead and close this episode out. We are partway through his 4th video. We are doing Limgrave content now. So we've made good progress. Again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. And I'll see you in the next episode where this story continues.